Okay, it's Thursday, July 30th. We got the dough bait. This is that one that we forgot about the recipe, but luckily we wrote an article about it and did it by memory and was able to confirm that this works. It's got some vanilla extract in there. It smells really good. And then got the bait caster. This is the one with that braided line that we use when we're going to go take out the GoFish camera. And this time we're going to remember to turn it on. Well, we turned it on, but forgot to hit the record button. So let's see if we can get something. Okay, so let's go ahead and put it on. And what we learned yesterday was putting the float on. We weren't getting any hits closer to the surface, so we're gonna stick to the bottom of the bottom this time, and hopefully we'll get them on camera. Okay, we got the LED light on in the front. Got a steady green light, and this time we're gonna hit that red button. And should start seeing it blink. There it is. So it's recording. So this time we'll get an action shot, hopefully. Okay, let's tighten down. Get some of this fancy dandy dough bait made with 1 part flour, 1 part cornmeal, and then about a tablespoon of this really nice vanilla extract that we got from, I think, Mexico. So it's really strong. And then just a little hint of salt. There's the hook, and this time we went with a bigger circle hook. We were getting a lot of hits, but they were pulling off, so we're hoping that this time we'll get them to stay.
We're still learning the GoFish Cam, but in this case you can see that the bait is blocking the view, so it kind of wrapped around and covered the lens. But luckily we can still see a few fish here pecking away at it, and we ended up bringing it back in and casting it back out. And now we can see the bait, the dough bait, out in the distance, and you can see a lot of fish here and there, but I haven't seen any catfish yet. But you'll do see a bluegill as well as a bass go by. They don't look very big, and the area that we're working is normally a little canal-like area or channel-like area that goes to the canal at our local lake, our local ponds, and normally we'll catch a few catfish or two. In fact, we ended up losing several catfish the other day while we were fishing this area, and definitely see a lot of activity. You can see some movement here. That usually means there's a bigger fish that come by and kind of swept through the area. And kind of seen that work consistently in the GoFish Cam, as well as our previous camera, the Water Wolf. One thing that we do like about the Water Wolf, or correction, the GoFish Cam versus the Water Wolf, is this LED light.
Okay, well, we're gonna go try another spot real quick. We see some bass in the water chasing fishies, but we're trying to go for some catfish, so let's see if we can go try this other spot. All right, let's go try over here by the culvert. It's like a little drainage deal.
So here we have the similar issue where the bait is landed and it's really dark, but like we were saying, we like that LED light so we can at least still capture some action shots. In this case, you can see something has hit our bait. It's knocked it around. You can see a lot of debris and whatnot coming around, or little nuggets maybe, or something. And usually when we see things speed up from what's floating in the water, usually means there's a fish nearby. Okay, so here you'll start seeing some of that debris start floating around really quickly, and like if there's a fish fanning, there's fins kicking this stuff up, and then it'll kind of slow down. So we're expecting to see something big show up. Instead, we see this little guy, and he pops back out, and some other fish start going by. But knowing that, we're going to keep an eye out and just kind of see if anything does show up, and then we'll just get a brief glimpse of what we believe is a catfish whisker. So we're hoping that maybe this guy will come back and we'll get a good glimpse of him. And unfortunately, we don't see him. And then things will start kicking up and then settle down again, and then we're getting a hit. So maybe that catfish is taking our bait, maybe. But instead, what we'll start seeing is the debris flowing back up again, and then shortly you'll start seeing what maybe is kicking up all this debris. No, it's not that little guy. There's another little one. Some little guys going by, but just kind of take a look here shortly. Something will pop out. Something in the distance there in the darkness. You'll definitely get a clear shot of this guy. There he is. Oh, it looks like a bluegill. So this bluegill's been hanging around maybe. But we definitely know that that was a whisker that went by, and then something bigger is coming by here. I think it's like a little bluegill as well. So good stuff. And a little fish. And we're just kind of keeping an eye out and maybe getting a good glimpse of something getting ready to hit really good. So more of the debris kind of getting kicked up by various fish and whatnot around the area. And we'll get another glimpse of another one here. Again, just picking away at our bait. And then what is this? We kind of see something in the distance, and it's kind of floating around. And then it comes back, and it seems to be something. And then we kind of notice that that looks like a Panther Martin inline spinner. And sure enough, we see that there's a little bit of a fish or something, and it seems to be attracted to the LED light from that GoFish camera. And sure enough, we'll be able to see it here shortly. Confirmation, there it is, the money shot. There is a bass with an inline spinner, and he seems to be interested in maybe our dough bait as well as that LED light, because he comes back and takes a look right at that light. So awesomeness here with the GoFish Cam. Been able to do some scouting. And I said the rest of this video, we're just gonna keep running it so you can take a look at it. But oh, by the way, this is pretty much it for that GoFish camera and the money shot that we just got here. And really like it. Do recommend that if you have the opportunity to get one of these, do give it a shot. In particular, we'll plan on using it to do some more of this GoFish camera scouting, as well as using it for trolling and hitting the different ponds and whatnot in our area. And you can see that right above there, there's that little MIPS or inline spinner kind of in the distance before we go ahead and start bringing in the bait and moving on to the next location. I believe this is going to be the location that we fished the other day with the 2-piece micro fly rod.
Alright, back at the waterfall. There's the waterfall. And what we're going to do is just put a little bait on here and get a view of what fish are down there. This is where we were doing the micro fly rod fishing the other day with the 2-piece micro fly rod. And we know there's a lot of fish here. So all we want to do is just capture some video, maybe what's lurking down there. Alright, I think we got enough video that we can show that there's some fish in this waterfall. And okay, I think we have enough video that we can show that there's some fish hitting on this dough bait, and that there's a lot of fish in this waterfall pool. Alright, so now that we remember to hit the record button, we should be able to get some of those action shots of some of those fish that were taking that dough bait the other day. Alright, more to come. Do stay tuned. We'll definitely get some of that, and maybe hopefully another shot of that underwater video of catfish going on that dough bait. Alright, next time, catch y'all then. Good luck, good fishing.